So what is change management? Change management is a structured approach to transitioning the organisation from a current state to a desired future state. According to Cummings and Worley, there are 5 activities contributing to effective change management. They are motivating change, creating a vision of change, developing political support, managing the transition, and sustaining momentum. Motivating change is the foundation of change management, and it is at this step that over 50% of companies' change efforts fail. So how can we motivate change? By creating a sense of urgency and highlighting the need for change, by encouraging new ideas and letting go of the status quo. By encouraging open communication and offering financial and non-financial incentives to encourage employee commitment. Success can be measured using Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which highlights 5 interdependent needs, the highest of which being self-actualization.
Activity 2 is creating a vision. So what is a change vision? A change vision is a depiction of what the organisation will look like after the change has occurred. The vision should be achievable and appropriate for the organisation and aims to inspire all the members of the organisation. So what makes a good change management vision? A good change management vision is easy to comprehend. It can be communicated in 60 seconds or less. It can be understood by a diverse group of people. It should deliver clear targets and appeal to all stakeholders.
Activity 3. Developing political support. Political support can encourage powerful stakeholders to promote change. Political support can be gained by following 3 steps. Assess change agent power, identify key stakeholders, and influence key stakeholders. Assess change agent power. There are 3 main roles in organizational change. Change sponsors. These individuals have the power to determine a small change will occur. Change agents have the power to make sure the change occurs as required in the organization. Change targets. These are individuals or groups who have the power to change something in particular. Step 1 involves assessing each individual power or resource and how they can influence the change. Identify key stakeholders. The second step in developing political support is to identify key stakeholders who could be interested or resistant to the change. This can range anywhere from employees to unions and NGOs. Influence key stakeholders. Firstly, we need to profile key stakeholders in terms of source of power, then the manner in which they use power.
By profiling stakeholders, we can target them accordingly. We can focus on providing information and understanding and highlighting the need for change, as well as encouraging involvement. Some of the reasons that stakeholders might be resistant to change include a lack of communication, fear of the unknown, misunderstanding about the need for change, a loss of job security.
Activity 4 involves managing the transition. Change management practitioners have 5 tools available to them to help move individuals forward through the change process. The communication plan, this involves creating key messages which will be sent to various audiences. The plan will account for who will send the messages and when, and by doing this the firm can ensure that employees are receiving appropriate messages regarding the change at appropriate times. The second step is activity planning. This step involves outlining the actions required from each stakeholder with regards to implementing the change. The third step is the training plan. A training plan should be implemented in order to move employees from the current state into the future state.
The fourth step is the resistance management plan. This step involves providing a strategy for overcoming resistance. Training can be targeted at particular groups who are resisting the change. The last step involves a coaching plan, which outlines how managers should handle the change.
The final activity is sustaining momentum. Sustaining momentum is the most important step, as the change will be ineffective if the momentum is not sustained. How do we create and sustain change without losing momentum? The company culture must become change-orientated, and processes can be put in place to support and maintain this change, including incorporating change into the company DNA, investing in people who can become change agents, providing continuous feedback systems, and continuous support. Kurt Lewin developed another effective change management model which highlights 3 stages: unfreeze, change of transition, and refreeze. The first step involves unfreezing individuals from their comfort zone and challenging the status quo. The second step is the point at which people begin to accept the change, and timing and communication are key. Lewin's model describes the change process as a whole. Sustaining momentum is similar to the refreezing process, the point at which the change is accepted as the new norm and new routines and relationships are formed.
Created using Powtoon.